Conversations are one of our oldest technologies, and it's how we come together and solve the problems that an individual could not. I've gotten really interested recently in how these new conversation partners, artificial intelligence, influence the health of our conversations. Max, my lab mate, and I, with a researcher at MIT named Ashrit, we created an AI agent called Gadfly. And Gadfly asks pertinent questions. Instead of appeasing you, instead of telling you what you want to hear, it's going to ask you questions that are critical of the point you just made. A lot of what C3 does, and it has done in the past, is study misinformation online. And it's, I think, gotten to a point in today's society where misinformation and online are veritably glued to each other.
Disagreements in general, it's harder to do on the internet right now. Sometimes we joke if you had to jump into an ice cold bath with someone or a cold spring, you'd find out you have a lot more in common because you're both freezing right now. And if you could then have this sort of model be put into the internet itself, I think that provides a lot more energy and motivation for actually trying to have these productive disagreements.
Hey Gadfly, what do you think?
The conversation keeps circling relational trust without naming what's doing the work. Is the claim that personal relationships change what people believe, or just what they're willing to say they...
Wow.
This is actually modeled after some really cool work that came from Valdemar Danry. AI often being at its best when it plays the role of a critical instigator as opposed to just a rote question answerer. We've actually gotten to demo this one in a couple of classes.
If you look in the public sphere for people who say things like, who knows? Science doesn't know. Nobody knows. Could be X, could be Y. Always kind of raising different possibilities as if they're equal, or just being self-inconsistent.
Gadfly, what do you think?
If knowing truth doesn't flow from authority, where does it flow from?
Sometimes it works, and sometimes it's brilliant, and it gets folks to really reconsider what they have to say. And then so much of the time, it's totally off the mark.
And who decides when that source is trustworthy?
Yeah, fair.
That is the question, Gadfly.
That is the question, you named it. A tool like Gadfly can keep you very accountable for your opinions, especially when they are not well thought through. There is a temptation everyone has, especially MIT students have, to speak very eloquently about topics they know very little about. But I think this is the place to play. It's a pretty cool start of intellectual humility and bringing the readings into the class. It's not telling you what to do, it's just inspiring you to engage with your own ideas in a more rigorous way.